So what you will do if that patient is not getting the relief from your medicine? So what will be your next step? Suppose you want to consult, or that patient want to consult somebody else, then this is your duty to call the specialist of the abdomen, that is a gastroenterologist, or you can refer that patient to the another uh, physician. So in that, you should not feel the jealous, or you should not discourage that patient कि नहीं नहीं मैं ही अच्छा कर सकता हूँ, the other will give the only antibiotic, or they will not do the anything. So this should not be your attitude. You should send him the patient, or you can call the specialist if the patient want or the relatives want. So any serious illness or the therapeutic abnormality, or any case of women in case of abortion or the miscarriage, you can call the gynecologist also. Even in the case of suspected poisoning, in that case also you have to call the specialist. So in that case you have to encourage for the consultation. Second one is the punctuality of punctuality in consultation. In that, the utmost punctuality shall be observed by a practitioner of the homeopathy in meeting for consultation. When you are going for consultation, you should be on time. If the consultant practitioner of homeopathy does not arrive within a reasonable time, such as a quarter of an hour after the appointment time, the first practitioner of homeopathy shall be at liberty to see patient alone, provided he shall leave his conclusion in writing in a closed envelope. So this is the rule, कि you have to be there for the consultation on the time. The other physician will wait for you for certain 40, 30, 45 minutes, but after that he will attend that patient, because in the consultancy what will happen, the so many physicians are there. You will learn it when you will appear in the market. Yes, it is a market, because whenever you are doing the duties in the hospitals or in the polyclinic, so there are so many physicians are there of your same field, and they will not wait. Even the patient will also not wait for you कि जब डॉक्टर साहब आएंगे तब मैं उनको दिखाऊंगी. So this is not the attitude, because the patient also in a hurry, the patient is also in suffering. So you should be there, otherwise your chance will be given to the another practitioner. So the patient and the it is a rule that they will wait for 45 minutes to you. Otherwise, the patient will be handed over to another physician, and this another physician will do his diagnosis and can start his treatment. So better way, you have to be punctual regarding the consultation. Next one is patient referred to another physician. When a patient is referred to another practitioner of homeopathy by attending a practitioner of homeopathy, a statement of the case shall be given to the latter practitioner of homeopathy. The latter practitioner of homeopathy shall communicate his opinion in writing in a close covered direct to the attending practitioner of homeopathy. So when that patient is referred to the another physician for any reason, that physician will do his diagnosis, that physician will write his notes, and it will hand over to the previous physician. But it should not be in an open manner. It should be properly written, it should be closed, and it has to be submitted in the envelope. Then the consultation for the patient's benefit. In every consultation, the benefit of the patient shall at most importance. You should not refer the patient, जैसे मैंने कल कट प्रैक्टिस बोली थी. So you should not do any cut practice for the betterment of you or the betterment of your colleague. You should have the proximate aim for the betterment of the patient. So whenever you are encouraging for the second opinion, or whenever you are going for the consultation, whenever you are referring the patient to the another physician, this is all for the patient's benefit. All this consultation should be for the patient, not for the you. So every consultation should for his benefit. All practitioner of homeopathy interested in the case shall be candid with a number of the patient's family or responsible friends. So you are responsible for their betterment, and hence, so all these points they should be related for the betterment of the patient, for the benefit of the patient, not the benefit of the physician. The next one is the conduct in consultation. In consultations, there shall be a no place for the envy or for the jealousy. You should, जैसे मैंने पहले ही बोला था कि if you are not capable, if you are not, you cannot provide the proper services to the patient, you can send the patient for the another opinion. All due respect shall be given to the practitioner who is the second one, or you should give the proper history about that patient if you are sending for the consultation. For this purpose, no discussion shall be carried on in the presence of patient or his relative. If you want to send the patient to the another physician, if you want to call the specialist or the another physician, by the of course by the consent of patient, but you should not discuss his history in front of the patient or his relatives. Otherwise, what will happen? He will not get the your medical terms and the medical statement, and he will take the another meaning कि आपका impression कभी कभी खराब हो सकता है कि this physician is not capable of giving the treatment. This is not the case. We call the practitioner or another practitioner, we call the super specialist for betterment of patient only, or sometimes we are calling them to confirm our diagnosis. So there are the different reasons why we are calling, or even why the another physician are sending the patient to us also. Vice versa can be possible, na? So in that case, in any case, so you should not discuss it with the relatives or in front of the patient. The next thing is that all the statement of the case to the patient or his representative shall take place in the presence of the practitioner consulting, except as otherwise agreed. The announcement of the opinion to the patient or his relatives or the friends shall rest with the attending practitioner of homeopathy. So whenever you are going for the consultation, you can talk with that person, you can talk with that patient, relatives or the friends in privacy. You can take the notes, you can take the history, and you are giving your opinion in the envelope to the previous physician. But if you want to talk with that patient or the relatives, the previous physician should be there, because in the absence of that physician it is not the ethical to talk directly with the patient. So that the primary physician or the previous physician should be there with your meeting with the patient. Differences of opinion shall not be there. There should not be any jealousy or the envy feeling there. If you are having the notes totally different from the previous physician, it's okay. This is your opinion. The previous is their opinion, and you have to follow the treatment by the understanding of the both the physician. So if such circumstances are there, you have to be more mature. You have to be, so your aim should be the patient's betterment. So these are the certain rules and regulations for the consultation. And at some point, you can cease your consultation. The attendance of consulting practitioner of homeopathy can cease when the consultation is concluded. When that patient feels better and there is no need of giving the consultation, cease the consultation there only. Uh, Again, by the consent of the patient and by the consent of that previous physician. Then the treatment after consultation. No decision shall restrain the attending the practitioner of homeopathy from making such subsequent variations in the treatment as any unexpected change may require, provided at the next consultation the reason for variation are started. So this is happening during the treatment after the consultation. The same privilege with its obligations belong to the consultant when sent for in an emergency during the absence of the attending practitioner of the homeopathy. The attending practitioner of homeopathy may prescribe at any time for the patient, but the consultant or in case of emergency. So that patient can come to you again in case of emergency, even the cessation of the previous treatment. Consultant not to take a charges of the case. When a homeopathic practitioner has been called as a consultant, then none but the rarest and most exceptional circumstances shall justify the consultant taking charge of the case. He must not do so merely on the solicitation of the patient or his friend. So there should not be the heavy charges by that consultant. Actually, he is not taking any consultancy fee. That primary physician will only give the money. It should not be taken from the patient. Be against the consulting non-registered practitioner. No practitioner of homeopathy shall have a consultation with any practitioner of homeopathy who is not registered, because if you are calling the non-registered practitioner, we are having a doubt on their knowledge. So that registered practitioner should be called for the consultation. And if you are going for the consultation, you should also follow the same rule, that you should visit to the registered practitioner only. Because if something will happen, some deed or something may happen which is not proper, then all the blame will on you. And hence be aware, when you are going for the consultancy or when you are calling for the consultancy, that practitioner should be a registered one. So these are the duties of practitioner in consultancy. You should encourage the super specialty services to the patient. If you are not able to treat that patient, or for the second opinion also, you can call for the consultant. When you are going for the consultant, you should be punctual, otherwise the another physician can take your patient. So a limited period is given to you. If you are not on time, otherwise that patient will be handed over to the another physician. The patient referred to another physician for his betterment only. There should not be any cut practice, not for the betterment of physician of both the sides, but it should be for the betterment of the patient. The consultation should be always with the consent of the patient and for his benefit only. Then the conduct of consultation, that is, you should follow all and rules of regulation of that consultation. You can cease your consultation as soon as the patient feels better. You should not extend it. Then even after the consultation, if the patient want to take the treatment from you, you can give the treatment, but of course voluntarily by the patient or by the primary physician. You should not interfere with the patient and that previous physician. And during the consultation, you cannot charge the heavy fees to the patient. you should not ask him for the fees. It will be the mutual understanding between the two physicians. So these are the duties of practitioner when you are going or when you are calling any consultant for the betterment of patient. Next, as you are a human being, you are treating the patient, you are going for the consultancy, then there are the certain duties of you for the public. We आपल्याला पण काही समाजाचं देणं लागतं. We should be thankful for the public because they are having the faith on you. You are next to the god for them, and hence we should also follow the certain rules and regulations for the public also. So what are they? So practitioner as a citizen. Practitioner of homeopathy as a good citizen possess uh, of special training shall advise concerning the health of the community wherein they dwell. That means if there